Tornadoes are thought to come only from supercells. There are other types of tornadoes or whirlwinds that can still pose a threat to human life, even if they aren't attached to a big storm. Like I said, a supercell. The first and weakest is an eddy. An eddy is a tiny whirlwind that occasionally swirls small leaves around in a vortex-like motion. They form when wind wraps around a circular object like a tree or often bounces off a corner. Another good example in rivers, when the wind wraps around rocks in the water, causes a small vortex to form. Now, this next non-supercellular tornado is really well known and is called the dust devil. They form in hot environments when air rises and meets with the cold air in the atmosphere. This instability causes a low pressure to form. That low pressure continues to rise and spin, creating that little dust devil as it picks up all that dust. Now, going out to bigger bodies of water, we have two different types of waterspouts: a tornadic waterspout, which we'll get to in another video, and the fair weather waterspout. The fair weather waterspout is the non-supercellular circulation we are going to be talking about. The fair weather waterspout forms usually under some calm, flat waters and clouds above. These spouts start as little ripples in the water and can climb up to connect with the clouds above. They can pick up fish, and although they look calm and stable, they still pose a threat to small fishing boats, as they can be flipped or even destroyed. Back on land, gustnadoes are large whirlwinds that can occasionally do damage. The gustnadoes form along a boundary called a gust front, which can come out of supercells, but not exactly attached to any mesocyclone. Usually severe thunderstorms, like I just kind of said. Most of the time, they can be quite tame and only cause a slight breeze, but if a gust front is strong enough, these gustnadoes can cause EF0 to even EF1 damage and pose a threat to weakly structured buildings, such as sheds. Landspout tornadoes can be even more dangerous and frequently are. Similar to dust devils, they usually spawn in an unstable environment. Warm, hot air rises, meeting with the freezing cold atmosphere air. This rise low pressure system creates a spin, giving us the tornadic-like structure. Although they are normally weak, they can wrap up into EF0 or even EF1 rated whirlwinds. Other whirlwinds do exist, like hay devil, snow devil, steam devils, and cold devils, and some others, but these whirlwind devils hardly last long enough to do much of anything and are way too weak. Fire devils / fire whirls are probably the most dangerous version of the devils or whirlwinds. These specific whirlwinds form over large wildfires. The heat from the fire meets with the cold air in the atmosphere, creates a low pressure, and it'll rise the fire and creates that iconic spin. Now, that's all these specific non-supercellular whirlwinds. In a few days, I will make a tornadic supercellular tornado list eventually.